amazing wisdom,
entrepreneurs,
business leaders,
success,
CEOs,
amazing success
around the world.
This is the Success Nuggets podcast. Have you ever wondered what you could learn and how inspired you'd be if you asked incredible people from around the world about the patterns that drive progress? Get ready to dive into a world of insights and inspiration. This is the Success Nuggets podcast with the founder of the Digital Light Bulb and your host, David Abel.
Have you ever wondered how someone can make a profound impact on both individuals and entire communities? Today we're about to meet such a person, Gaia, a seasoned behavioral consultant and practicing psychologist with over 2 decades of experience specializing in sexual and violent trauma. She's consulted on United Nations funded projects, researching women's empowerment, and co-authored How to Survive and Thrive 2 with Joe Foster, the founder of Reebok. She's currently engaged in groundbreaking research on leadership and emotional intelligence in the Caribbean and speaks globally on the topics. But what truly sets Gaia apart is her ability to blend psychological insight with a passion for transformative practices, making a real difference in people's lives with purpose. Gaia, it is an absolute honor to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you, David. What a little speech you put there together. Thank you.
Gaia, it is our pleasure to have you on the show. How's your 2024 been? What new projects are you working on that you'd like to share with the audience?
I think my biggest thing for 2024 was my trip to Romania. I was part of a summit, and it was a tech summit, so it's not in my periphery of understanding, to be very honest. But I got to speak about behavior, and I got to speak about it in terms of the humanistic side that we sometimes fail to see in some industries. There was amazing people there who had so much insight. But what I learned the most is that regardless of the industry, everyone there that I met, they had such humanistic qualities that was absolutely empathetic to another human being. So that was the biggest impact so far of 2024.
Wow, that's wonderful, Gaia. What a great experience. Gaia, you have a lot of experience in behavior, but our audience want to know how you think. So this series is about patterns which create progress. Could you tell us how you find patterns which create successful progress, please?
Of course. My favorite way of creating patterns, even when I think about what I want for myself in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 3 years, is that I spend a lot of time reflecting on my own journey. And the journey isn't a personal journey only. It incorporates life experiences as well as professional experiences. So if you take it in terms of you have lived a timeline already, you have had so many different circumstances and situations that have popped up in your life. And if you stand above all those experiences, you would see some of them literally pop out at you. In some moments, you would have found, oh, I might have failed in something. When you become reflective in those moments, what you realize is that you have actually built resilience. You have created a toolkit of things that create strength for you. And with each situation after, when you start reflecting, you realize that you've used those learnings along the way to where you are today. So when I think about what I am planning for in the next 6 weeks, I would ask myself, what do I want? So there's an outcome that I'm expecting or I'm working towards. But what do I have in my arsenal right now that have been developed by myself through circumstances and interactions that can help me to create what I want in the next 6 weeks, in the next year, in the next 3 years? So I would say self-reflection.
Thank you, Gaia. I think it's a very important message for all of us. Gaia, how can my audience get in touch with you if they need to?
I'm very accessible on LinkedIn. I know you call me Gaia, and we've known each other for you to call me Gaia, and I appreciate that. But my full name is Gayatree, so you can get me. You can get me on LinkedIn. My name is Gayatree Dipchan. And really connect with me if you are looking for exploring your own personal journey. I still practice as a therapist, but I'm also a behavioral consultant. And I love working with organizations and leaders who can see that employees are the building blocks of creating the vision that you have for your organization. So yeah, find me on LinkedIn.
Guy, I usually like to finish the show with a nugget. Is there one more nugget off the top of your mind that could inspire our audience today?
Yeah, always remember that where you are now, you're already the best version of yourself.
Gaia, thank you so much for coming on our show. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, David.
Join David and his incredible guests next time on the Success Nuggets podcast. And to find out more, visit onegoldennugget.com. Thank you for listening.